So Modern Warfare 3 just came out, and you guys are probably wondering, Zyro, what's the best settings? But don't you guys worry, I've got you with the best day one settings here in this video, man. We're going to be going through absolutely everything from controller, audio, and graphics, and we're also going to be going through some of the brand new settings which they've just implemented into Modern Warfare 3, and they're very important, so don't go anywhere. There is a setting in this video that we talked through, guys, that actually makes your slide cancel feel exactly like it did in Warzone 1. You don't want to miss out on that. Make sure you guys go and hit the link down below to my Twitch channel and go and drop a follow because we do stream every single day. We're currently camo grinding and we're absolutely flying. And if you guys want to see a Modern Warfare 3 movement guide, let me know. Make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future videos, especially that movement guide if you guys want to see it. I also want to shout out the Nahv gang and hope you'll enjoy. Before we continue, I need to show you guys an app you need to download on your phone, Z-League. Z-League was specifically built for gamers to find new best friends to play with on your favorite games, compete in tournaments for money, and also show off your best clips to the community and much more. Z-League has come forward to sponsor this part of the video to help get the word out, and I absolutely love what they're doing. This is a feed specifically for gaming content which will show games that you are interested in, and it will not show some of those silly dances which you might see on other apps. This right here is a teammate finder, and you can specifically filter things for your needs, just like whether they have a mic or not, what region they're from, their skill level, and even what age they are. It is a perfect way to find people to play with. I was doing this last night and we found an amazing team where we went into Warzone and we got some wins. That isn't it. They have this system where you can earn coins which you can use for any single game that you like. If you use my link down below, you will then get 500 coins which you can then put towards your next item in Z-League. If you guys are looking to step up your game, there is no better place than Z-League. These guys just have it on lock, man. Finding new teammates, competing in tournaments, posting clips, and also unlocking new rewards. This is the place to be. Make sure you go and hit that link down below and check out Z-League. Dead!
Bro, you're so good.
Yep. Wow, you suck.
Bro, you got 2 men on you.
Oh, love that.
Oh.
I got an Overwatch.
November next year.
Fuck that is.
Oh shit, I didn't crouch. I'm an idiot.
Oh, I was going for a nuke then. You got a nuke there, Zai?
3.
3?
Yeah. I got a 56 kill streak on what's it called? Rundown.
You're just better,
I had
mate.
the whole fucking Faze squad on the other team, but I was pissing on him.
Never heard so much cap in my life.
You ain't got 3, bro.
I got 6, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, and I'm just watching pigs fly.
What are you lying to me for?
Well, Lamba.
Bro, only liars are small Johnsons.
Only Johnsons have small letters.
Bro, you confuse me.
You little shit stain. Why didn't you come on the right? Nah, all jokes aside though, this game is actually so far, man. This game is going to be so fucking good when they fix the attack sprint. So good, like insane. Right, now we just gotta get it to level 20, chat, and then we can start doing the stun kills.
Sorry, what's the 4th challenge for the...
What, for SMGs?
Yeah, for the side.
You gotta get...
Bro, then you have to like get 10 kills without getting damaged to him.
Yeah, not in a row though. That's dead easy.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah. I need to get these tactical pads, man.
You going for the camos, are ya?
Oh, 100%. Mate, it's too easy not to.
Lofty!
What up?
Thought you were gonna save me then.
Mate, I love this build for the CX9, bro. Jesus.
Get off the head.
Black pastrami.
Oh. Yeah, even though we're jogging, chat, we've still been moving all day. I feel like I'm used to it now. That's not a good thing, by the way. Like, I'm not saying, yeah, I'm happy. Like, I'm not. But I'm used to this whole jogging shit, like, literally.
Oh my god. Oh, fuck off, Dexo.
Get baited, bro. Set up with Proxmine land on Lofty's cheek, bro.
I'll land something.
Lofty's cheek?
Lofty's cheek, the Chelsea player. AC Milan player.
AC Milan player, mate. Yeah. What are you on about?
Why are you trying to correct me when I've already corrected myself?
It's actually mic lag. You silly sod. My kill. Thank you, mate.
Bro,
Hit your
keep
shots.
saying that. Gets you bricked up.
Got that one.
What is going on?
MVQ bricklayers, mate, are out on the sesh every weekend. Oh, bro.
How'd you get it early? You gotta go find diamonds on Minecraft. Kill the Ender Dragon. Go and pack Mbappe, tradable on FIFA. Go 20-0 in foot champs.
Set me off.
Buy a PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and an Xbox 360, and then you can get on. That's how you do it. Wow, my shot's insane. Brother, I am insane. Holy shit, imagine if I kept going there.
Yeah, I'll go get saved.
What?
Probably just no-scoped into the head, mate.
There is like such an easy way to do it though, man. Like if you have Modern Warfare 3 installed on your console or PC, just literally join someone who's got the game, who's on the game. Just join him, and then you can play. And then if you want to go and play it by yourself and have like the game to yourself and not have to like rely on being hosted by someone, you literally just go in the firing range. They kick you from the game, and then you're in your own lobby. That's it. Then you can play. Oh my god. Is there an advanced UAV kill streak in this game?
I'm getting B, boys. What do you want me to suck?
What the fuck?
What the f?
Wait, what? What's going on?
Mate, this guy just chucked a fucking mosquito bomb thing at me.
Mate, we need to get captures, by the way.
Yeah, what's your name?
Oh, bro. I was reloading.
So, starting off with the settings in today's video, we're going to be going through all of the controller settings. Obviously, I am a controller player, so I will not be going through any of the mouse settings. Going into the button layout for the first thing, I do actually play it on a default layout. I've been playing Claw for about 12, 13 years now, I think it is. I'm very, very used to it, man. So definitely try out Claw if you haven't already, but don't force yourself because I've heard that it is very hard to pick up. So most people use paddles anyway, but yeah, you probably think I'm weird for playing default, but that's because I play Claw. Then moving over to the bumper ping, I have that off. The flip, I actually have off. I don't like using the LBRB or L1R1 for shooting. I'm actually so used to the LTRT that change it. I just don't like change, man. So it's what I've been using for the past like 10, 15 years. So I don't have that on flip. Stick layout, I do play it on default. Going into controller vibration, make sure you guys have this off. If you have it on, it could actually put you off hitting your shots consistently. You know, if you've got the controller vibrating constantly, you probably don't realize it, but it is actually putting you off. So definitely have that one on off. And then dead zone inputs. These are the dead zones that I am running. For the right stick, I use 0.5 or 5 on Modern Warfare 3. I've just got a new controller. We've got the JoeWo scuff, and I was actually running a 0.10 on Modern Warfare 2. That's because I had a little bit of stick drift, but this is very, you know, different for people, and it just depends on how new your controller is. So definitely have a play around. There is actually a thing on the right here where you guys can test out your dead zones. But if you are on a fairly new controller, I would probably recommend, you know, 3, 4, or 5. But if you are on something with a little bit of stick drift, maybe try it a little bit higher. Left stick minimum I have on 8, left stick max 75, right stick max I have on 100, and the left trigger I have on 5, and right trigger I actually have on 0. I do feel like with Modern Warfare 3, I had it, usually it is sat around about 5, I think, but when I was pressing my trigger, sometimes my shots weren't actually registering, so I just put it all the way down to 0, and it hasn't really been an issue. Then moving over to aiming, I actually play on a 12-12 sense. I used to play on 13-13, but when I first played the Modern Warfare 3 beta, sorry, I actually turned it down to 12-12 from 13-13, and it felt nicer, and I've just stuck with it, so it felt nice. And then going over to the sensitivity multiplier, that's all on 1. Vertical aim axis, all on standard. Tactical stance sensitivity multiplier, I haven't actually changed this. I've just put it on 1. I've actually turned my tac stance off anyway, so we'll get to that in a minute. Aim response curve type, always dynamic. I felt like this has been the best. I have actually tried linear, but don't like it. ADS sense multiplier, this is on 1, but we do actually have custom sense per zoom, which we will be going on to very shortly. ADS sensitivity transition time, I have on gradual. Now, a lot of people have this on instant. But I changed this not too long ago, and I don't know why. Gradual just feels really, really nice. If you haven't tried Gradual, try it, because I literally haven't gone back. It honestly just feels amazing. So give it a go. Gradual is definitely the one for me. Will not be going back to instant. Custom sensitivity per zoom. Now, this is important. Because I play on a little bit of a higher sensitivity, I play on 1212. Obviously, I was playing on 1313. I turned my sensitivity multipliers down a little bit, just so I am still accurate at those ranges, hence why it's on 0.75. I used to actually play on 0.8, but I've turned it down a little bit, and I still feel like I can be quite snappy because I do play on that little bit of a higher sensitivity. But if you're somebody that does play on a bit of a lower sense, maybe like a 7.7 or a 6.6, then I would probably keep these on around about the 1 mark, which is default. And then move it over to target aim assist, obviously on. Now, aim assist type. This is something I have been playing with in Modern Warfare 3. Obviously, I was playing the game early yesterday and started off on default. Someone told me to put Black Ops on. I wasn't missing shots. Maybe Black Ops aim assist is stronger. I do feel like it is actually the better aim assist out of the two. I haven't tried precision or focusing, but if you guys are on default, try Black Ops and let me know what you think in the comments on which one you prefer. But yeah, Black Ops is the one for me. Third person, ADS correction type, that is on assist. Motion sensor behavior, motion sensing, yeah, that doesn't really matter, so just keep that on default. Now, gameplay. Probably the most important section of the settings video. There's quite a few things that we need to go through here that have changed in Modern Warfare 3. Automatic sprint, set that to automatic tactical sprint. Now, as of recording this video, I've recorded this the night before, there is an issue with tactical sprint. And if you want to go and watch the recent video which we posted yesterday, I show a clip explaining why tactical sprint is actually broken. Every time you are slide cancelling, you can slide cancel, and the tac sprint will just never reset. The only way to reset your tactical sprint, as of what I've seen, is dolphin diving and just not like slide cancelling at all. Just carry on sprinting and it'll keep coming back. So as this video goes up, they might have fixed this already. I'm not too sure. Obviously, you know, you'll probably find out by the time this video goes live. And yeah, so automatic tactical sprint should be the default anyway. That's the best way to move around the map, best way to have fluid movement. Auto move forward, make sure you have this on off. Tactical sprint behavior, I have this on single tap run. Don't really think that makes a difference anyway because you got automatic tactical sprint on. Grounded mantle, airborne mantle, and all that stuff. I always have that on off because when you're in a gunfight and you've got like a little barrier next to you or like a little wall or just anything around you and you want to go into a jump shot, your character will automatically mantle over that object or climb on that object, which is not what you want in gunfights. So make sure you have all three of these off. Now, slide dive behavior. This is a new one. Back in Modern Warfare 2 and obviously Warzone 2, Bondel, Amazra, all that stuff, we all had tap to dive. Obviously, jumping off buildings, you would tap to dive, pull your parachute. It was the best way to traverse around the map. Obviously, in Modern Warfare 3 and probably going into the new Warzone integration, I'm going to keep this on slide only. These are two new options that have just come out. So what slide only is, basically just disables the dolphin dive completely. So you can't dolphin dive whatsoever, and this is very important because the slide only option allows your slide cancel to feel like Modern Warfare 2019. Now, when I first heard this, I thought, no, surely not. Disabling the dolphin dive, how is that going to make your slide cancels faster just like it was in 2019? But it does. Your slide cancel is going to feel a lot snappier, and also, you know, the tac stance when you go into a slide, when you slide and then aim down sight and your gun kind of goes sideways. Because this slide animation is faster, you don't get that tactical ADS animation, which is really, really nice. So when you're sliding around the map and you're popping in a quick ADS, your gun sometimes might go to the side a tiny little bit for a split second, but you barely notice it. So definitely have this on slide only. Move it over to plunging underwater. I do have this on trigger. Parachute auto deploy, I have this on plane only. Sprinting door bash is on. Ledge climb behavior, I have this on movement base. And slide cancel sprint. So this was a setting that I was playing around with on the first day yesterday, and people were telling me in the chat the reason why your tactical sprint isn't resetting is because you have the slide cancel sprint setting turned to on, which it originally was on. Now, I think this probably works after they fix the tactical sprint update. So this is why I have this on off. You don't want your slide cancel to cancel your sprint, obviously, because that's what was happening yesterday. I think what was happening yesterday with the tac sprint not working is basically this being on, if that makes sense. So have this on off. You don't want your tactical sprint being cancelled by slide cancel. You want that fluid movement. So hopefully they do fix the tactical sprint. And yeah, going over to combat behaviors, aim down sight speed, I have this on hold. Change zoom, activation, sprint, tactical sprint. That's just like the normal stuff anyway. Basically, when you're aiming down sight, you press your left stick down, you know, for different optic zooms and stuff like that. Equipment behavior, I have this on hold. That's pretty standard. Most of you guys will have this on hold anyway. And then moving over to the graphics settings. So I play on full screen exclusive, which is usually the best setting to maximize your FPS. If you are on windowed, you might be on a single monitor setup, which I understand. You know, being on windowed is probably quite helpful. But I actually am on a single monitor setup on my gaming PC. I do everything else on my streaming PC, so I never need to tab out. So the best thing for FPS is to have full screen exclusive. Display monitor, obviously you guys just need to pick your just your default monitor. It will always be there. Screen refresh rate. I have this on 143 because I've got a 144Hz monitor. I do actually have the OLED 240Hz 1440p monitor behind me, which I'm ready to put in when my new PC arrives, so obviously that'll change to that. Just make sure you guys are picking the highest screen refresh rate so you get the maximum FPS. Then moving down to aspect ratio, have this on automatic. Display gamma, always 2.2. Brightness, this really is just dependent on your brightness in your room, your monitor. Just basically follow what's on the screen. It's pretty self-explanatory. I get people asking me all the time, what's your brightness, what's your brightness? It's on 50. Just basically follow what's on the screen. It's pretty straightforward. That will always be the best for your eyesight and your monitor. Then moving down to NVIDIA Reflex low latency. I used to play this off because most 1440p monitors, if you play on a 1440p, usually off was the best setting back in Warzone 1, but apparently on, I've heard from a few people that on is the best one. So try on plus boost. I don't think is actually the best one. If you're on 1080p, probably have on plus boost, but if you're a 1440p player like myself, have this on. Sustainability, I have eco mode preset, custom, off, custom frame rate unlimited. You can actually cap this. If you go to show more, you can actually cap this, which sometimes it helps if you guys are getting, you know, big jumps in frames and frame drops and stuff like that. Say you're going from 250 down to like 120 or 130. I mean, you're probably bottlenecking somewhere anyway, but the custom frame rate limit should probably just be on unlimited if you don't get frame drop issues. But if you are getting frame drop issues, then probably just maximize it to the same refresh rate as your monitor. And yeah, moving on. High dynamic range, make sure you have this off. Focus mode, make sure that's on 0. Moving over to quality. Starting off with the render resolution, make sure you guys have this on 100. This is obviously just going to make sure that your render resolution is maximized to the monitor that you're on. If it's on, you know, 80 or 70, you know, the image is going to become quite blurry, sorry. And then dynamic resolution, have this on off. Upscaling / sharpening, make sure this is on fidelity, CAS. I have mine on 90. You can put yours on 100. It just depends on how sharp that, you know, you like your game. I have heard from a few people that if you actually turn this off and go into your NVIDIA control panel and turn on sharpening there, you get more frames and, you know, the image looks really nice. But to be fair, the frames on Modern Warfare 3 are pretty good. I'm getting around about 220, 230 on a 3080 Ti. So yeah, the optimization for this game is definitely much better than the last one. VRAM scale target, I have this on 80. Variable rate shading, this should be off. And then all of this stuff here, chat. Sorry, chat, I'm not streaming. YouTube, sorry, if you're watching this. All of this stuff should be off, okay? Low, I don't need to go through them all one by one. Just make sure they're all off, okay? Because the game still looks brilliant. You've got your sharpening on, especially if you're playing on a 1440p monitor as well. The game will still look really good. You do not need all the stuff on. It's just going to hurt your FPS. So obviously we're trying to get the most FPS possible. So just make sure everything else underneath this section here, all of this stuff should be on off. Then going over to view, we are on 120 FOV. Now, a lot of people for multiplayer actually like to put this down to around about 110. I'm just used to 120 FOV. I feel like my shot on my aim on 120 FOV is as good as it's going to be. I don't feel like I'm going to improve on 110. I do prefer just having more visibility, and it's what I'm used to. If you guys are used to 120 on Warzone, don't change it. Just stick on 120. I think it's personally the best. ADS field of view, this should be on affected. This is going to help your visual recoil control when you're aiming down sight. If you do have this on independent, it's going to look a lot more bouncy when you're firing. So when you're aiming down sight, you're getting that 120 FOV effect, and obviously, you know, the gun's going to be moving a lot less. Hence why it's going to be easier to hit your shots. Weapon field of view, this should be on wide. This just makes the game feel a little bit more closed in. makes your game feel a bit faster, a little bit smoother. And yeah, if you do have it on, what's the other option? Narrow or default. It feels like your character's moving just that little bit slower. It just gives you that, you know, faster effects when you're moving around the map. So definitely have that on wide. Moving over to third person field of view, that doesn't really matter. Vehicle field of view, this should be on default. Weapon motion blur and world motion blur. Now definitely have these off. This is just going to hurt your visibility. Most people play with this off anyway. It's pretty self-explanatory. Film grain, have this on 0. And then all this stuff here, at least 50. This is just pretty default stuff. I don't think any of this changes anyway. So yeah, moving on to audio. So a lot of people have different audio preferences. I personally like to play on headphone bass boost. Headphone bass boost has always been the best one for me. Home theater is something that people like to use, but I feel like I really like low bassy sounds. It helps me hear footsteps. So if you haven't tried headphone bass boost, someone in the chat when I was streaming today was like, what? You play on headphone bass boost? You're crazy. And I'm like, bro, just try it out. If you haven't tried it, you might like it. It just makes footsteps seem a lot more clearer, you know, when I'm moving around the map. So yeah, try headphone bass boost out. If not, I reckon home theater is probably the other option that most people like to go with. Speaker output, have this on stereo. Obviously, default systems device for your speakers. Master volume, I have this on 100 because I actually have, I won't be able to show you it here because it's all wired up, but I do have an Astro mix amp for my own personal audio, so I like to just have this on 100 so I don't need to keep going back into the menus and I can just, you know, swivel my my mix amp on my desk. Then moving over to voice chat, obviously this stuff is just you know, personal preference. I've got mine on. I like to hear those death comms, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Subtitles, you know, this is all personal preference stuff, not going to affect your gameplay. Going into interface, so color customization, I actually have my palette on default and I don't have any color filters on. The reason being, which I will show you guys right now, if we go over to the desktop. So if you go over to the desktop, right click and go to NVIDIA control panel. This is the best way to get your colors popping on Modern Warfare 3 and probably any game that you play, depending on how saturated that game is anyway. You might want to turn it down. But for Call of Duty, I actually play on 100% digital vibrance. You'll find it on the adjust desktop color settings tab. And yeah, I mean, going into Modern Warfare 3, I might turn this down a little bit. I do feel like the colors are a lot more vibrant on this game compared to Modern Warfare 2, but I've been playing on 100 all day and the colors are popping. I was getting a lot of compliments on the stream about how good my game looks. So if you guys are streamers yourself and you know, you want to make your game look good without using filters and, you know, hurting your FPS, just have this on digital vibrance 100% and the game's gonna look great. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the settings. Make sure you guys try them out. Let me know down in the comments on what you guys think. I was playing Modern Warfare 3 for about 8, 9, actually no, more, about 9.5, 10 hours yesterday with these settings, and absolutely loved it. I was frying. So yeah, like I said, it's relative to different people. People might, you know, want to change their sensitivities a little bit, which is absolutely fine. Do not copy everything that you see here because this is all personal to me. You know, stuff like sensitivity, dead zones and stuff like that, it's going to depend on your controller and how fast you like to play. So if you want to give it a go, obviously the settings are there, by all means give it a go. But yeah, most of the stuff like graphic settings, audio settings, and obviously the controller settings to do with movement and stuff like that, that is key. So make sure you do copy them and it will definitely improve your gameplay.